Everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and today I'm going to show you everything that's either in my tote bag, my Delphonics large tote bag, or what sits at my desk here at the house. Everything that I am going to be condensing into these two items for One Book July. So this is my case for my iPad. My iPad's not in it because I'm being filmed on it right now. But this is a Create case, and I showed this last week. My iPad, I take this with me to work every day, and I use it in various ways. I have my awesome TV, everyday amazing planner in my iPad now. And my iPad, it's an iPad Pro, and I use an iPad pencil with it. I also downloaded the bullet journal app so that I can have reminders and that such thing on my electronic device, because the theme for this year is going digital. And I had already done this, already got this set up, and this is a Filofax Finsbury in raspberry. That's the color of it. It's in a personal size, and it is a ringed planner. I have never tried rings before. I have done like the Daytimers and Franklin Covey and that kind of thing before I actually knew there was a planner community out there. So I actually have been planning for this for a couple of months now, and I picked this up on eBay. I was looking for a Malden. Never found a Malden under a price that I could actually afford for doing One Book July. I got the Finsbury for $30, I believe, and I converted my Cocoa Daisy subscription box to a rings, and that's what's in here. It's for the July ringed planner kit, and I love it because it's all sea stuff, which is amazing, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm very excited, but I also have some inserts in here from Yellow Paper House because it's what I normally track in my pocket. So I am going to go through and show you everything that I am putting into that tiny little ringed planner and my daytime and my digital planner. I hesitate to do this because I know some people out there are going to be like, oh my God, she uses so many. But I don't use them every day. What I use every day is my pocket. This goes in my handbag, and I freaking love this thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is a Speckled Fawns Rustic Kodiak Traveler's Notebook, and I have 8 inserts, 7 of which are I have 2 Dark Star notebooks in here. I have Yellow Paper House trackers, and then I have a weekly moleskin in pocket size. This is my life. Everything that I track is in here. My other everyday carry, which is also my life, is my Cousin Avec Hobonichi. This is my January to June. I have not switched them over yet, but yeah, it's my my Hobonichi Cousin Avec. I love this. I am a Hobonichi girl. So if I had to take one thing with me on a desert island, other than a pen, because this would do no good without a pen, it would be this. And originally I had thought that I was going to just go down to the Hobonichi for One Book July. But then I did a lot more research, and they want you, Romany, Vicky B, and Carrie Harling, and now Mimi, they talk about going outside your comfort zone. This is my comfort zone. I have, as of July, well, as of right about now, actually, I have been in Hobonichi's for a year. And I love the paper. I love the layout. I love the design. I love everything about it. So, yeah. I am going to cheat a little bit and actually fill in my July for my Hobonichis because I will not be able to abide a blank month. I can already tell you that. My OCD-edness will not permit me to go through life knowing that my July is not filled out. So I'll either do it on a Sunday after the fact. I'll do every week, or I may just wait and do it all at the end of July. I don't know yet. It'll depend on my time. So I have those two as my everyday carries. These go with me everywhere. Well, not everywhere. I don't carry this in my handbag, but it does go with me to work. And I bring it downstairs every night. This goes with me everywhere because it is in my handbag, along with my Field Notes Apple Pig, which is my wallet. And it has a couple of inserts in it. Two of the trackers that track my spending. So, just so you have that. So now, for the ones that I use off and on. I have my, this is my Christina Gomez, and it's the Black Knight with the Ninja Turtle on the inside. That's the colors of the leather. And these are my 2 weeklies, my 2 weeks, my mega weeks. So 1 mega weeks is my self-care tracker. Then the red mega weeks is my sales trackers. And so anytime that I put up things for sale, whether it be part of my stash, or it's something that I'm doing a resale on, or something I hope in July I'm actually going to put up some non-planner related things up on eBay, like handbags and things like that I'm trying to get rid of. That will be tracked in the second Hobonichi weeks. So on my self-care tracker, I do use that every day, and this again goes in my handbag to go to work, and it stays at my desk during the weekends. The other thing that I use daily, my bullet journal. So this is a Leuchtturm 1917, and it resides in a Speckled Fawns extra wide in Rustic Kodiak. But that is what is in here. And so this is just my bullet journal. And then I was trying out the Commit 30. I'm doing something completely different. So, yeah. Well, I'll talk about that later on. But as of June, I've been trying to cut down my carbs and my bread, all of that, and following the Whole Life Challenge on my own, and following using the Commit 30 tracker per month, but that's not really working out. So we'll go into that later on. The other thing that I use, that I take with me, is my Dr. Jones. And inside my Dr. Jones is my Jabun Techo in B6 Slim. And I use this for tracking all of my social media, when I post a video to YouTube, when I'm doing a blog, when I post to Twitter, when I post to Instagram, to Facebook, all of that. So this is my my digital media tracker, for lack of everything else. And I will also use this for Rebel Athenas, all of that. So when I start doing my podcast, which will be Saturday, I hope. Depends on if I can get everything running correctly tonight over there. The Desk of Doom. But we'll see. So fingers crossed that I get my first one out on July 1st. So, but everything will be tracked in my Dr. Jones. This is my digital media tracking in my Jabun Techo. Last but not least is my lovely A6 from Faye Design. And I actually do all my research for Rebel Athenas in this. So I've gotten multiple inserts in here, and I am tracking everything, all my research, everything as far as who I want to invite to be a guest on my podcast, which will not happen for a month or two, but I already have my first 2 to 3 guests planned out. Whether or not they agree is different, but I know one has, and then I'm hoping to have a couple of Athena triathletes come in. I have one Athena fighter coming in, and so we'll see from there. I may even actually have some overseas Athena athletes. So at least one that I'm hoping she will agree to come on to the podcast. So we'll see what happens. But the first month or two is going to be about what Rebel Athenas is, what it's about, talking about my run club, run walk club, and delve into Athena athletes, Clydesdale athletes, and bariatric athletes. I am a Athena athlete and a bariathlete, although I could classify for a Clydesdale athlete, although I'm just not male. So I do actually have a Clydesdale athlete training with the Athena athletes in our run walk club, and he is a 3-time Ironman and training for his 4th Ironman. Hopefully I will be able to get Matt on to do a episode as well, to give you the Clydesdale side of things. So that's how much I've gotten planned out. I've gotten guests planned out for at least 3 months, and but the first 2 months will be mostly about getting it set up, what it is, what Athena athletes are, what Barry athletes are, what Clydesdale athletes are, and going from there. So that's what this is. And she made this specifically for me, and I love it. Love it. I have since picked up 2 more A6 traveler's notebooks because I do really like the size. So it may actually knock out the whole B6 or personal size. I like this better. So then what sits on my desk that I only use on occasion is, I don't know if I can reach them, my standard narrow in Prometheus from Chic Sparrow. This is my Bill's binder, my Bill's Traveler's Notebook. And I've tried a couple of different things. I am not sure this method is going to work. Usually I write everything in a notebook and just, I know all of the bills that have gone. But I've tried a couple of different inserts and I've missed a couple of things. And that makes me worry because I'm like, oh, I can't miss anything. So I may add a notebook to this where I just check everything off and then I can break them down into the different inserts. I don't know, but this sits on my desk at all times, so I can go through it. But because I don't carry it with me all the time either, it's just, I don't know. And maybe that notebook that I track everything in goes somewhere else in my bullet journal, or I don't know. That actually is not a bad idea to put a bill tracker in my bullet journal because I do check that every day. And then last is, this is a Speckled Fawns personal in, I believe it's Rustic Kodiak, but it may be the old Rustic Kodiak. I don't know, because it seems, or it may be, I actually don't know what leather this is. It was sold to me as a Rustic Kodiak, but she did tell me at the time, hey, it's not like any Rustic Kodiak I've ever seen. Because if you can see like and it may be the toasted flan, I don't know. Because it's got a lot of pebbling to it. And I can just tell you right now, I love the feel of this. But this holds all of my business inserts. So like my mileage, all of that for stuff that I resell. And so I keep all of that here and track it all here. And so these 2 bills and business. I don't know exactly what I have to keep track of for if I'm doing resale stuff, because it's like all stuff that I buy myself, and then when I decide that I don't want to use it, like notebooks and things like that, that I'm like, oh, I'm never going to use that again. Like all my MD notebooks. I mean, I bought 25 of them, and I will only use a handful of them. So I've been reselling them. All of my vinyl pockets and that kind of thing. In here is what I actually paid for them. When I paid for them, I keep track of the receipts, and then I'm just putting them back up on the Facebook pages for buy, sell, trade, traveler's notebook kind of thing. So I am keeping track. I don't know whether or not I need to, but come April or May of next year, we'll see. Because I've just recently started doing this in this past month. So that's what this is. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, those are everything that's going to get tracked into my Finsbury and my Filofax. And my planning, part of my planning will go into the digital planner. And then the rest of it will get done into the Finsbury. So, yeah. Quite a bit. Several notebooks, but it helps me to compartmentalize. Like this is all of my trackers. And this and my Hobonichi, I'm struggling. Because I'm like, they're going to be blank. Now, in here, like for my meal tracking and my daily planning tracker, my tracker that does my whole life challenge and all of that, I actually got inserts to go into the Finsbury from Yellow Paper House. Because I'm like, I am not giving this up. No thank you. Although, I did realize 2 days ago that I'm like, oh, because I'm setting up my Finsbury, and I'm like, oh, I wonder where I put the meal planners. Oh, shit. I didn't order the meal planner. Ah! So, it's okay. It's okay. Because there's so many things from the Cocoa Daisy kit that I could actually write it down. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just use this for the meal planning for the month and see how it goes. Totally trying to put an entire bag of stuff. So I'm just going to count. One moment, please. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put 8 traveler's notebooks worth of things into one lovely notebook of rings. So we will see. It's an experiment, and I'm going to see what everything I can fit into that. I don't have it tweaked perfectly yet, and that is what Sunday's video is going to be. How Amy fits 8 traveler's notebooks worth of stuff into one planner. And it's because I haven't figured it all out yet. So, we'll see. Now, some of the business stuff, wait, it's my tracker. Some of the business stuff may not go in there because I only put that in when I actually buy things that I know I'm going to put up on for sale, or if I decide, oh, I really don't like this planner, I'm just going to sell it. And so it doesn't get used that often. And my bill tracker, again, is going to be a list of all my bills, but it'll still get updated into this, because if I don't, shit's gonna get turned off. We don't want that. So everything will get put into my bills traveler's notebook regardless, because I do not want to miss anything and keep track of it all, because I'm trying to make a system work, and we will see what happens. But that is all of my stuff. All of the traveler's notebooks that I use for various reasons. And so, it's not that bad. Right? I mean, 2 of those sit at my desk and only get used like once or twice a month. Seriously. But the other ones, and then one's for pure research, And another one is for self-care and selling stuff. I mean, the other weeks goes along with this. So I just keep track of that in there. And so I just write out, you know, oh, I sold this today. Or I sold this many, you know, vinyl pockets or whatnot, and just keep that in there. But this is just like, I bought this many, and you know, when I sell them all, I'll just put all in here. So, there you go. All my crazy out on the table. And all going to get put into my digital planner and my Filofax for the month of July. If I can stuff it all in there. So now that I've actually gone through all of that, I'm like, oh, I forgot to put that on the list. Oh yeah, I gotta get a tracker for that. Huh. So, that's what I'm going to be spending the rest of my night doing. So, let me know what you have condensed into One Book July down below. Because I would really love to know if you have 8, 10, 12 books worth of stuff all in one planner. Because I really would like to know how you do it. I'm a little, you know, hesitant, going, oh God, what if I miss something? What if I can't find a place to put that? For 1 month, I can do pretty much anything. I will shove it all in there if I have to, one way or another. One page is one thing, one page is one thing, one page is one thing, in a tiny little insert that gets stuffed into the Filofax. We will see. But I'm like getting all sweaty. Adrenaline's like going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Because I'm like, it's gotta go. It's gotta get done. How are they gonna make me do this? So, it'll happen. One way or another. I will figure it out. And come Sunday's video, I will have all of that freaking figured out. One book. It'll work. It'll work. So, I mean, I'm really actually very excited about this. And it's something that I've been looking forward to for months now. And so, it's all going to go really well. And I will enjoy it. And it's not like I have to put these away. I still get to be like, oh, look. Oh, well, maybe not that one. That's my bills. But I'm like, oh, safety. Safety. Comfort. It does bring me much comfort to feel this in my hand like this. Technically like that. I'm like, look. My Hamasa's right there. Okay. Woosah. Woosah. I'm really not this anal about it. I mean, this one, yes, because I track everything in here. But, and all my runs are in here, everything. It'll get taken care of. So, we will see how well I do with all this. And sorry we didn't do a flip through of any of these because, yeah, it would just send me over the edge in panic. Going, oh God, I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to do that. Yeah, for those of you who read my whole data tracking addict article with Carrie Harling in her Paper Planner magazine, that's online. You will know just how nuts I am on all my stats and all of that kind of thing. And I'm like, I'll just keep them all on my phone for a whole month. Yeah. I won't write them down. At all. Ain't gonna happen. It's gonna get written down. So, we'll see how well this goes. And like I said, if it freaks me out too much, I will just go back to my normal everyday routine of carrying a big giant bag of stuff with me. But I am actually really kind of excited to see if I can fit it all into one book. And then I'll be like, why don't I just do that all the time? Ain't never gonna happen. Because I'm like, one book for 1 month, I can do. Carrying one tiny book forever? No. I love my leather way too much. So, anyway, again, happy One Book July. And I will do all my flip throughs and show everything on Sunday in a few days. But I just wanted to get this video up. And I tried to do it yesterday, but then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be running. Because I do my Rebel Athenas walk in the park on Wednesday nights. So I need to start prepping even further ahead and doing them on Tuesday nights so that I don't come home and look like a drowned rat or a sweaty rat, or even though I'm kind of sweaty right now because adrenaline. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And again, don't forget, let me know what you're doing for One Book July, because I am very curious. And I will be tagging everything. My previous video talks about, you know, the original video, but you can also find the One Book July, hashtag One Book July 2018 in Facebook, all of that. And I will be doing the One Book July posts on at least a couple of times a week on my Instagram page and on my Twitter page. And I'll be writing a blog about it once I actually have it all figured out. And then we'll go from there. So I am doing the digital portion, as I said, through Everything is Awesome TV with Mimi and her digital planner. I have that all ready to go. So come Sunday, come Sunday, I will be ready. And I keep chanting that to myself every morning through my miracle morning. And I'm sure it will come to fruition. I'll be ready. I know it will be, because I'm too anal not to. Anyway, so I've tried to close this video out like 4 times, and I just keep rambling. So I'm going to do that now, and we're not going to actually flip this bitch around because we don't have to. And I will see you guys next time. Follow me, subscribe if you like this video, and give me a thumbs up. And I will talk to you later.